Hey y'all, I'm Tiffany with Hilltop Tulips, and in today's video we are going to talk about what I plan to use for my upcoming 4-year-old for our 2021-2022 school year, and that is going to be Blossom and Root. I'm so excited, guys. Before you even watch this video, just know it's on sale right now. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get this video out so you guys can head over and grab your copy now. Leave the link in the description below where you can go read everything that I'm going to talk about. But to start with, it's on sale. It's $22 normally, and it's 15% off right now. So it's a great time to go ahead and grab that if you like what you see in my video. So I had already decided that I wanted to use this, and I just had some questions. I'm going to be completely honest. The page that I'm linking for you guys in the description was kind of confusing for me. I wasn't sure what I needed for my child. From what I had seen on the website, I really liked her approach to teaching and things like that. I just had some questions. So I messaged her actually on Facebook. Christina, the creator of Blossom and Root, messaged her on Facebook. She got back to me same day. That was before the sale started, so maybe she's busier now. I'm not sure. But she was really responsive. She got back to me really quick. So if you guys have any questions, definitely shoot those over to her, or in the comments below. Maybe something that I can answer, you know, or one of my other followers. If you guys see any questions that you can answer in the comments, definitely feel free to do that. But like I said, I'm really excited. I love the premise of Blossom and Root, and I knew that I wanted to use it. I just had a few questions. So I'm going to go over what I asked her, what Christina, the creator, and what she told me. So hopefully this will help you guys make a decision if this is going to be the right curriculum for you or not. My daughter, Elizabeth, is 3 right now. She'll be 4 in June. And she is having trouble with her alphabet. So there are volume 1 and volume 2. Now volume 1 is for, let me check my notes, I didn't want to give you guys any incorrect information. So volume 1 is for 2 to 4 and volume 2 is for 4 to 5, and that is not a strict guideline. What Christina says is volume 2 is going to be if your kid is really interested in grasping the letters and letter sounds, and my child is not. So I feel like volume, and she's 3, she will be 4, so the 2 to 4 group fits for her. So we're going to start with volume 1 because she's not grasping letters and letter sounds very well. She's interested, but I just feel like we definitely need to start with volume 1. Also, I have some friends who are going to use this more than 1 year, the same volume. So one of my friends, her little boy is 2, and she's purchasing this as well, and they're going to use it this year and then use it again next year, and maybe next year do more advanced activities and things like that during the lessons. And then I have a friend whose child's under 2, and she's going to purchase the curriculum and just kind of adapt it to her child, and she might use this more than 2 years, I don't know, or she might go ahead and go up to volume 2. So that's the difference in the volumes. Now there's also an edition, first edition and second edition, I believe. Yes, I have second edition. So I wasn't sure. I know with textbooks, the first edition, second edition, third edition, it's just a little more updated each time, but I wasn't positive, and I'm the world's worst for ordering random stuff and not paying attention to like dimensions or stuff like that. Like I think I'm ordering a chair for my 3-year-old, and it gets here and it's a little Barbie doll chair. So I wanted to make sure I knew what I was getting. I knew this was the curriculum I wanted to use. I was pretty sure I needed to use volume 1, and now I was trying to figure out the difference in first edition and second edition. So I emailed Christina, and she got back to me same day, like I said. And I was like, what's the difference in first edition and second edition? And she said, we just released the second editions of both volumes last fall. A lot of the core content is still the same for the most part, but the biggest changes are the book lists, which have been updated to reflect more diverse characters, authors, and illustrators, and the artist and composer lists. Rather than 4 artists and 4 composers studied for 9 weeks each, the updated editions each have 9 artists and 9 composers studied for 4 weeks each. So those are the biggest differences. And that totally answered my question. I'm going to be using the second edition. I like that they're incorporating more diversity, period. And then more composers as well, composers and artists. So that helped me narrow down. I'm going to use volume 1 and I'm going to be using the second edition. Now you do get the first edition and the second edition with your purchase. So that's cool too. If you want to keep it simple, you know, you can use whichever edition you want. This is a digital download, so it's non-refundable. So once you pay for it, you have access to download it, so you have it. So it's not like something that you can say, I'll send you the book back. It is a digital download, non-refundable. We have printed everything out. What I have right here is the sample that you can get from her website, and we're going to go over that together. But we are going to print the whole book, and you can take it to like a Kinko's or something like that and have it spiral bound. But I'm just going to hole punch it and stick it in a binder, so that way I can hole punch her work if I want to and stick it in there with it, or add in. I've printed out the artwork for each week, and I'm going to put those in plastic protectors and snap them in the binder. So that is how we're going to do that. Keep in mind, this is secular curriculum, so it's not going to include any kind of Bible lessons. That is perfect for us because I teach the Bible separate. Everything that I use to teach my children, the 12-year-old and the 3-year-old, can be found at jw.org, but I prefer to do that myself. I don't want that included in my curriculum, even though we are Christian. I don't want it in my curriculum. So secular is always a requirement for me when picking curriculum, just for that reason. But you can do what we do. If you are a Christian household and you want that Bible lesson, you can throw that in however you would like, but just don't buy this thinking it's already included. This is minimal prep time, so you don't have to spend hours each week getting ready for the next week. It's minimal. Everything's kind of laid out for you, and you don't even have to put together a weekly schedule. You can just go through the plan for each week if that's how you would like to do it. Budget, it's very budget friendly. For $22, and right now 15% off of $22, that is an awesome price for the curriculum for a whole year. And this is for early learning, like pre-K and preschool. Now, this is not what I call a boxed curriculum, which means that all of the manipulatives you might want, paints, paper, like all of the little extras that you might want to use with your child to do these activities, it's not all boxed together. You're going to get the curriculum. It'll be up to you to supply the manipulatives or supplies or anything that you want to use to do the lessons. And there is a supply list in the sample plan that I'm going to show you guys in just a little bit. This does not include workbooks and worksheets. If you like those, you can definitely use those, because this isn't, well, homeschooling period isn't just one thing or just another thing. You can always add in, take out, pick what you like from this, pick what you like from that. So if your child really likes worksheets and you really like them, throw those in too, you know. And if they enjoy it, then give them what they enjoy, you know. This is just a really good hands-on activity-based curriculum, so there aren't any worksheets. This is not an online curriculum, so if you want, like my 12-year-old, she has basically an online curriculum. We use Power Homeschool, so pretty much everything that she does for her core classes and some of her electives is online. So if you And I feel like that would be hard to do with early learning anyway. I can't really see my 3-year-old sitting down at a computer. She would love to. She has lots of things she calls her computers that she beats on, like she's tapping or typing like I do. But this isn't an online curriculum. And let's see. Oh, it's not completely independent. So if you wanted to just give your 4 or 5-year-old work to go ahead and do independently, this isn't that. These are activities and you're going to be engaging with your child. It doesn't take a lot of time. I work full time, and so this is still something that's going to be doable for me. So it doesn't take a lot of time, even though it's not 100% independent work. And maybe like some of the sensory play, I might put together her sensory bin and then do some of the, like, ask her some of the questions that are suggested in the plan, and then let her play by herself for a little while I garden or something like that. So it's not completely independent, but it's also not completely 100% hands-on, and it is very, very adaptable. I did not write that down, but I meant to write that down. It's very adaptable to your schedule, to your child, to your teaching style. So I think that this will work for a lot of parents. I think it's definitely worth looking at the plan and seeing if this would work for you. So let's go ahead and just jump into the sample plan. This can also be found on her website. So you can go ahead and look at it yourself, download it, print it, whatever you would like to do. Okay, so this is the sample plan that you're going to be able to access on the Blossom and Root webpage, and I'm just going to go through it with you guys and point out some of the things that I found useful. This is the website. This tells you you're using the Early Years Volume 1, the recommended ages. And this is your welcome page, and just a few points that I want to hit on this page. This is a 36-week curriculum set. Most lessons and activities are very short, so about 10 minutes on average, and they can be integrated seamlessly into your normal day. We do recommend adding in park days, outside play, library visits, and any other activities your child enjoys whenever possible. Free, unstructured, unscripted play should make up the bulk of your young child's day. So I really like that. That was one of the deciding factors. Knowing that she feels the same way I do about early learning really helped me make the decision to go with this for my upcoming 4-year-old. So a few tips they include are go at your child's pace and listen to their cues. So we may even do Volume 1 again next year with my little one if she needs it. If not, we'll go on to Volume 2, but we're going to follow her cues with that and see where she's at. Don't feel pressured to complete every single activity every week. Do what you can when you can, and learning will occur. As long as you're exposing your child to education, they're going to learn. So don't feel that pressure like you have a syllabus to follow, you have a checklist. You are in control of their education, so just do what you can each week. And then take some time to set up a learning environment before beginning. I really like that idea. We kind of have that going now anyway, because we already homeschool, but I like the tips that she includes there. And then take some time to read through this parent guide carefully before beginning. So this parent guide alone is worth what you're going to pay for the curriculum. It can be applied to teaching your child any different curriculum, not even just this. And there's some great ideas in here, so it's definitely worth a read. So make it yours. How to teach this curriculum. This is the parent guide we were referring to. So the 3 E's for early childhood education are experiences, environment, and engagement. And she lists how each of those are important, and then like a sample week right here if you guys want to just follow the sample week to get started before you start making your own decisions about what day you're doing what and what activity you're going to do. This is the book list, and I like having the whole book list ahead of time because I can decide which ones I want to buy on Amazon and which ones I need to request from the library, and you can replace it with a different book of your choice if you'd like. So I can go through and pick which ones I want to purchase, which ones I'm going to grab from the library, and I'll know for the week coming up which book I need, so I'll know if I need to request it at the library or not. This is the supply list. This is really, it's really just an idea. You don't have to have every single one of these things on the first day of school, basically. And I just scrolled through here, and a lot of it is stuff you probably have in your house anyway. There's just a few things that I wanted to make sure to keep my eye out for. There's solar paper. It's optional. Solar paper for making sun prints. And then like a magnifying glass. We have one, but I want to get Elizabeth her own. And then scarves and fabric for music time. I have scarves, but I wanted to get some specifically for her for music time that I can put in her little activity box. So a lot of this is basic, but you can just scan through and see if there's anything that you want to start keeping your eye out for before school starts. Okay, so week 1, there's a nature study each week. Then you have your math and science activities. Then we have the arts, this week in the arts, visual arts and drama. And there's a piece of artwork each week, and I went ahead and printed out the first one, and I'm going to put this in a clear plastic protector, and it kind of gives you some prompts for talking about it with your child. There's a music lesson, and then this week in kindness and connectivity. Then we also have the read together time and some prompts that you can talk about using the book that's on the book list. Obviously, if you exchange it for a different book, then you're going to want to pick your own little prompts and things to talk about with your child that relate to that book. And then this week in the kitchen classroom, I already know, we already do this, and I know this is going to be Elizabeth's favorite thing. And it's just basically teaching through cooking. You can have simple lessons that you do with your child, some like a child-safe knife that they can cut soft foods with and things like that. Just little developmental things that could possibly be overlooked. I like that she includes everything in this curriculum. And then what we will make this week and what we need to get. So you have a little shopping list right there for you. Then this is your list of the artists and composers that you're going to talk about, and I like having that ahead of time too, so I can plan for each week. And a lot of these I've heard of and some I haven't heard of, so I'm going to be learning with her, so that's fun. So I hope you guys found that informative. Hope you guys are going to head over to the website and check it out and decide if Blossom and Root is going to be right for you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop those in the comment box below, or head over to the website and contact Christina, the creator of Blossom and Root. She's super responsive. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.